Welcome everyone to our practice today as we close down the eyes and sit tall in seated pose. Taking some deep breaths, doing some box breathing here. So breathing in for a count of 4, holding for a count of 4, exhaling for a count of 4, holding for a count of 4. So just going at your own pace, picturing your breath going around the shape of a square, inhaling, holding, exhaling, holding, inhaling, holding, exhaling, holding. And bringing our hands to heart center as we set an intention for our practice today. Crossing our arms across each other and pulling back on our left knee as we twist the upper body, getting a stretch through the back of the right shoulder here as we drop that towards the ground. So right arm is underneath the left arm. Left hand is connected to the right knee. And then changing over so that the left arm is underneath the right this time. And we're using our left arm to pull the upper body towards it. Getting a stretch through the left shoulder. And breathing deeply into the space. Interlacing the fingers, turning them inside out. Taking our arms high above our head and then leaning over to one side. Back to the middle. Over to the other side. And back to the middle. Bringing the hands back down in front and turning them in the other way so the palms are now facing the head as we drop our head. And then bringing the hands interlacing behind the back, pulling the shoulders back and then taking the arms up and over the head as far as you can go, but without pushing past your limits. Breathing deeply. Feeling a stretch through the arms. And then gently releasing the hands, bringing them to the knees as we pull our chest forward, dropping our head back and then curling our spine towards the back as we straighten the arms, bringing the upper body forward and then bending the spine back. One more time. Pulling back on the knees. And then doing a seated twist here, twisting around to the left. Breathing in as we take our hands high and then exhaling as we twist to the right. Around to the left. Sitting nice and tall. Using your breath to help with the transition. And then back to the middle. Crossing the right leg over the left now, pulling the right knee in towards the chest as we twist the body to the right. And then taking the left knee over the right, pulling the left knee in towards the chest. Coming into our fluid cat-cow now, dropping the head back and then curling the spine forward into cat. Inhaling, exhaling. One more time, cow pose. Exhaling as we move forward. Taking our left arm and right leg high, grabbing the ankle or the foot with the hand, pulling the toes towards the head. Right arm and left leg this time, going high, and then grabbing the foot. So we get a beautiful stretch through the leg here, and then gently releasing, dropping the hips back into child's pose as we take our arms long. Taking a moment to pause here. And then we're going to scoop our upper body along the mat, untucking the toes, straightening the arms, dropping the head back, and then kicking back to downward facing dog. High plank. Slowly lowering the body to the floor. 3 cobra poses. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Bending the feet up now, taking the feet towards the back of the head. Pausing, breathing, and then gently lowering the body back to the floor, coming back into child's pose. Arms are straight, forehead is resting gently on the mat, and our bottom sitting on our heels. Gently coming up and then twisting the body into a seated pose, and then gently lowering the body back to the mat. Pushing through the heels now, taking the hips towards the sky, maybe interlacing the fingers underneath the body, pulling the arms, the shoulders away from the head, squeezing the glutes. Then gently lowering the body before bending the knees in towards the chest. Maybe bringing the head up to meet the knees, curling into a little ball. And coming into an inversion pose now, taking the legs high, supporting the hips and bottom with your hands, and then taking the legs overhead, making contact with the floor if you can, taking some deep breaths here. And then gently rolling the body out as we bring the soles of our feet together and make a butterfly pose with our legs. And then gently tucking the knees in as we roll the spine back down to the earth. Crossing the right ankle over the left knee, and then dropping the legs to the right side of the body. Getting a lovely stretch through the lower back here. Back to center, changing legs, so left ankle on the right knee, and then dropping the legs to the left side. And back to center. Hugging the knees in one more time before sending the legs long into Savasana. Just relaxing down the body and the mind. It's only a short practice today, and that's because I forgot to hit the record button long practice that I had in store for you guys today. So please excuse me for this short video. I ran out of time. So if you want to, you can pause the video here so that you can stay in Savasana longer. Otherwise, start to bring some movement back into the body. Stretching the arms and the hands. And then pushing over to one side before gently raising the body up into seated pose. Bringing our hands to prayer position as we take them to our third eye. May we have kind and loving thoughts today as we lower them to our lips. May we speak kind and loving words today as we lower them to our heart space. May we have kind and loving intentions today. Namaste.